Hello Star Citizens, Buzzkiller here, and welcome back to the channel. Now last night, as I was editing my previous video, CIG released Alpha 3.0 to a wider release on the PTU. Now this is the first wave of testers who have got their hands on it, and yeah, that group includes people from the concierge members and subscribers. So I'm not sure if they've got every subscriber in or not. I'm not 100% sure, but what I do know is that finally I can create content with 3.0. Now I've been playing 3.0 since it was released to the Evocati, and believe me, it has gone through a lot of iteration since we had it, and there's good reason why they haven't released it until now. Actually, I was kind of surprised they released it now, because there are some things that really need work still in the build, but we'll talk about that in another video. Right now, I wanted to start off with the ships, and the first ship I've got here is, of course, the MISC Prospector. Now, this is the little personal mining vessel. It's a one-person vessel designed for landing on asteroids or planets and mining material directly from the planet's surface. And I think this is only, what, the third ship by MISC, so it's pretty interesting. It does look a lot like a Freelancer. And then you've got the Reliant. The Reliant, it looks kind of like a MISC ship, but this looks like what I think of when I see a MISC ship. Oh yeah, there's also the Starfarer, of course. Duh. Anyway, I just wanted to take a look around the ship, give you my first impressions on what it looks like. So first off, we have this cockpit up in front, and wow, that is one hell of a cockpit. The previous MISC ships, with the exception of the Reliant, have had really claustrophobic cockpits. I mean, well, more bridges, because you just had these huge platforms in front of you where you couldn't see out. This one is more open, and this is really a really nice canopy. So the curved glass really gives you a good view up, down, and you can see down to where you're going to be mining. Now this is the mining arm. It's coming out of the front. Of course, this is not operational yet. Hopefully that'll be released really soon. I'm thinking last time they said it was something like a 3.2 release for mining, but don't quote me on that. We're here about the ship. So on the front, I think these are supposed to be floodlights for mining in dark areas. And believe me, after playing this game for a while in 3.0, you want floodlights, because the dark side of planets is really dark. Now, unfortunately, I can't get this ship out into the PU right now because, again, it's just released to the PTU. There's a whole bunch of people playing it. It's Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving for those of you in the US, by the way. So the servers are flooded and it's really hard to get on. But at least single player Arena Commander works. So let's continue on. Now we're moving back towards the back of the ship. You see that its primary weapons are, I believe these are two size 1 laser cannons, gimbaled. You might be able to put some size 2 lasers on here ungimbaled. But really, really pitiful armament either way. Moving back, you've got these vents. These actually do rotate in flight. These are kind of like directional thrusters. They actually rotate forward when you raise the landing gear, and these become retro thrusters. So when you're on the planet's surface and you've got a full load of minerals, you're going to be pretty heavy, so you have to have some pretty substantial thrusters pointing down. And the main thrusters in the back are pointing down as well. And that is, again, just for landing. Now behind that, you've got these two collapsible mineral storage tanks. And these are designed to where you can carry several of these bags. And once they're full, you drop them off and someone else can come pick them up and you just start filling up another bag. So it's kind of like a little modular cargo container, which is really cool idea, and I like the texture on it. It looks pretty cool. I've never really paid attention to the stickers. Remotely controlled. Whatever. I guess this is release control. Okay. Now, I've been playing Evo Cuddy for a while, but I haven't really taken a really close look at these ships. So a lot of what I'm seeing is first time. This is the first time. So this is really actually a first real close look at the ship. Now, one of the things I did notice is in the back here, we've got a door, and I'm not sure exactly what this is, but using the new interaction system, we can actually open it. And I don't know if this is for controlling your mining laser outside, if this is for some kind of maintenance. So I'm not sure. That could be a power plant. That could be part of the mining system, like a separator. I don't know. But it's pretty interesting that it's back here. Go ahead and close that. But it definitely looks like it's going to have some kind of control panel there. You've got maneuvering thrusters. They look omnidirectional. Beefy landing gear, of course, because you're going to be landing and taking off with heavy loads, so you have to have some really nice landing gear. There's your main maneuvering thrusters. Those look like jointed. So I don't want to talk a whole lot about stats, sizes and speeds, because it's changing a lot. I've pretty much got to go back and redo all the videos of my ships because everything's changed. So I'm probably going to take a feather out of the cap of Gaming with Jim and just do it without the numbers, so to speak. I'll give you my feeling, how I feel with the ship when I'm flying it, but I'm not going to talk too much about numbers. I may talk about speed a little bit, but we'll see. So to enter the ship, you have the main door here. Well, the only door to get in. So let's go ahead and open that up. Very similar to the Freelancer, just a lot higher. There we go. And that closes up, and you have an additional airlock there. Now in the back here, you have access to several of the ship's systems. You've got your cooler. That may be the cooler in the back that I see, or it could still be part of the mining. I don't know. Gravity generator, jump drive. Probably a little panel here for controlling your inventory in the ship. Yeah, look at there. Mining maintenance. That's exactly what it is. And other components, life support, radar. And you've got a little bed back here. Some storage on the bottom. I've never noticed that. Ventilation release. Computer, shield generator, emergency kit. Let's go ahead and jump in. All right, yeah, you do have a little screen there as well. Now this is new in the last couple builds. I think build Z or whatever they're calling the build after Z, because we just upgraded, and this is the first time and I've seen it go past Z on the PTU. So maybe they're calling it AA, or I don't know. But you have the ability to log out from your bed. Of course, I can't do it in here because I'm in Arena Commander. So let me go ahead and jump back out. Again, I love the textures in MISC. They do a really good job of making it look kind of modern, but still, lived in. So you've got your dents and dings and scratches because it's an industrial ship. Here it looks like we've got a little water dispenser, maybe a sink. No, it's not a sink. It almost looks, it's a processor there. Oh. Power vent water. This might just be a little drink dispenser. If you think back to the Crusader Industries, is it the Gemini, the ship that's designed to carry people? Part of the gameplay is making drinks for people and stuff, and I wonder if this is something similar to that, just on a personal basis, like a little food water dispenser. And here you have your toilet. Of course, every ship needs its bathroom, and this is basically the same as the one you see in the Starfarer, just a little more compact. It's got the shower / toilet where the toilet folds up and you get under the shower. Little cubbies for holding soap, whatever. And of course the sink. Hot and cold water with blinking lights. Neat. Yep. Another access point here. MISC really likes to brand their ships, but this is one of the least branded MISC ships, if you can believe it. You're still going to see MISC everywhere on this ship. I've always kind of thought that was funny. Oh, no. Look at the floors. MISC logos all over the floors. Yep, definitely a MISC ship. I wonder if these panels come up for something else, though they've done a pretty good job of putting all the components where you can get to them. Let's take a look at the cockpit. Again, amazing view. This is crazy. For an industrial ship to have this kind of view, well, I guess you kind of need it in this ship. What's this little maintenance panel back here? What is this? Oh, VRMs. I have no idea. Ventilation. There's another one over here. Yeah. Pretty nice. Okay, let's jump in. Now I have the power of the ship on right now. That's one of the great things about 3.0. You can turn stuff on and leave it on when you get out of your seat, so you don't have to wait for your shields to power up. Right now I think I have just the main power on. All my weapons and stuff are powered off. So let me go ahead and power up weapons. Weapon systems on. Yep, and I'm doing this with hotkeys, by the way. I believe 5 is the shields. And then I'm going to go to an external so we can see the engine start. Let's see. There we go. And button 6. Nice. There you have it. Let's take a look at the top of the ship while we're out here. Well, there's a little circle something down there. That's pretty neat. I kind of like all the detail. It kind of feels a little bit like a mini Starfarer, the way it's plumbed, and you've got all these greebly bits all over the place. And the structure on top there, that sort of triangular grid, is kind of reminiscent of what they have on top of the Star Citizen, like girders, you know? And then, of course, you've got that little blast shield, kind of like on the Freelancer, behind it. Smaller, but definitely a MISC touch. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be an engine, because you don't see any contrails come out of the back of that. Only contrails you see come out of the side engines. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly take off here. Now watch the landing gear, because this is one of the ships. Some of the ships have the new landing gear put in, the new Aurora, the new Cutlass, and this ship have the new articulated landing gear with like suspension. So if I thrust downward, you can see I actually compress the landing gear. Now as I take off, it releases that, and you see him sort of, take the load off. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's raise the landing gear. Now this is a pretty cool animation as well. If I can get him to go. There we go. Great sound effects, by the way. And there you have it. We are now in flight mode. And there you see the great contrails. There's a little extra bits there on the outside of the engines, almost like they took it from another ship, maybe. Or they're... Oh, I see what it is. They mirrored them, and you can kind of see on the inside of the thrusters there's two little nozzles. And they mirrored them on the outside, so those need to be fixed. But again, this is PTU. This is very early. Well, fairly early. Hit that afterburner. Alright, let's go back to the interior view. Oh yeah, you can see the pilot moving around. You see those retro thrusters moving. That's pretty damn cool, man. Alright. So I know I said I wasn't going to talk about speed, but let's go ahead and give you the initial numbers. SCM speed is 200. Your precision mode is 50. You know, I'm not sure what the max speed is on the afterburners because they've been adjusting that throughout the entire process. But it's probably somewhere around 900 to 1,000 meters per second for afterburners. So it's not super fast compared to other ships. That's fast by 263 standards, but not by 3.0 standards. Great sound effects again, and I love this view. Let's sort of look around the cockpit a little bit. There you see your floodlights, your dual stick setup here. I don't know if those actually... Oh, they do move. Okay. Very similar setup to, again, the Reliant. And then up here you have your holographic displays. There's their different menus. Comms, heat, energy, shields, weapons. This is your energy menu, I believe. Yep. There's your shields, and you can adjust all of this stuff. So there's your various subsystems. The stealth button, it brings your power down to just the bare minimum that you need to run the ship. And you actually have things shutting down. So up here is your main control panel where you can actually lock your exteriors, unlock, open your exteriors, engine controls, engine on, engine off if you don't want to use the hotkeys. Your full power off button. This kills everything. This gets replaced by the system power up. Okay, maybe not. Where's the... Oh, flight ready. That's what I was looking for. Flight ready turns everything on. Power just turns on your main power. But pretty cool that they're actually starting to implement these kind of things. And of course, to get out of the seat, you can either click on the exit there or use Alt-F. All right, let me go ahead and go back and we'll do a little bit of maneuvering. Little laser cannons. I believe they're gimbaled. Let me just double check that. Unfortunately, I have my mouse movement disabled, so I don't know if I can check it, but I'll see if I can. Oh well. I'm pretty sure it's gimbaled. Yeah. But again, this is a mining ship. You're not taking this ship out to have fights with. That's purely for defensive purposes. It's not a super fast maneuvering ship either. And I don't know how really well, it's loud. I don't know how durable it is either, but again, I don't want to go too much in detail because then I'll just have my videos will be dated and I'll have to do it again anyway. But anyway, that's your MISC Prospector. Again, mining's not yet in the game. Hopefully very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And until next time, this has been Buzzkiller, and I'll see you in the verse.